Okay, so today this is a little interjection from the past. Uh, I This is gonna be difficult to explain, but I've been running around the map doing a whole bunch of treasures of Britain. I've gotten all of the treasures of Britain, which are the weird doorways that have been appearing on the map. These things. And I did all the little puzzles. They're just parkour puzzles, and then I had to kill two more zealots of the Templar Order. And I looked up, like, what do all these things mean? I have all of them because there's nothing else left. And yeah, apparently we're underneath Stonehenge right now. I just had to do some parkouring through all of that to get down here. It's kind of a vault from the Isu, which I believe are what the name of the ancient ones, as I called them last time, are. I think they're called Isu. I don't remember exactly. They were in a cutscene, because I also, in the meanwhile, also did all of the Animus puzzles on the map. So those are all gone, and I saw the cutscene, and it was kind of brief. It pretty much just showed the Isu or the Ancient Ones or whoever having some weird technical issues and a collapse happening in a chamber they were in. And the humanoid characters in that were the gods of Asgard. So, yeah, it was a very strange cutscene. This room looks very similar, but it is not the same as from those cutscenes. And this is not the vault that we found last time. But yeah, this is where we're supposed to go to use the weird tablets that you get across the map from the Treasures of Britain quest line side objective stuff. And there's a note here from Arthur Pendragon, because the reward for getting all of them is actually Excalibur, and I didn't know that this was in the game. It's a pretty cool looking cyber sword for some reason, which is funny because my sword is already like this weird magic Elden Ring looking thing that's kind of fractured apart and glowing. So, yeah, the rest of the tablets I do have for these pillars, so we're gonna put them in and just see what happens with the cutscenes. I thought that I didn't find the Animus stuff interesting. It was just me sitting quietly and doing a lot of platforming puzzles. Some of the puzzles took me quite a while. It took like 4 hours to get all those puzzles done. And I'm kind of glad I did them all at once in just one sitting, because they were something that I would not enjoy normally in the game. They were kind of zen and fine once I got into the rhythm of them. But if I had to do them like if I did them like I played the game and then I just did one every so often, I would find them more annoying. If I just sat down and did all of them in one go as a gameplay session, I thought they were totally fine. Some of the puzzles were not great. There were at least 2 of them that were just really not well designed. And that doesn't come down to the puzzle design, it's more down to Layla's mocap controls. I learned through that session that Eivor's mocap movement, they are not the same mocap controls for Layla and Eivor. Layla's the present day person in the Animus at the moment, if you've forgotten. And Layla's controls are not as well, they're not as detailed as Eivor's mocapping, and that causes some issues with the parkouring and movement that she has. I had a lot of trouble with the Animus that was at this corner of the Isle of Wight. This one was really annoying, because it has like this weird red digital kill plane wave that comes up, and I kept dying to that mainly because she was not jumping in the correct spot on some slides. Her animations were just not triggering when I would hit the X button, and I kind of toned that up to the animation the character was doing. Because that's the thing, I think I mentioned this last time, jumping into this game and playing as Eivor is kind of weirdly jank feeling if you're used to games like Ghost of Tsushima or Witcher 3 and such. And I think that comes down to the mocapping, to be honest, because you play this game for hours and hours and hours, and you just get really, really used to it in like a physicality sense of the character. You just really understand the physical proportions of your character. Where, honestly, Nathan Drake in Uncharted, Geralt of Rivia in Witcher 3, and Jin Sakai in Ghost of Tsushima, a lot of these mocap characters feel very much the same. Eivor does not feel the same. He doesn't even feel the same compared to other Assassin's Creed games. He's very tight, very punchy, and once you get into it, you really, really get into it. But he's got a different feel to other ones, in my opinion. So I got used to Layla's controls. They're only slightly off, but they just feel a little bit... They feel like they have less polish. Which is fine, because you don't really play... In the grand scheme of the whole scenario of this game, you don't play as Layla that much. Like 5% of this game you play as her, either in the present-day actual sequences or in those little platforming puzzles. But yeah, I didn't feel the need to capture any of that, and now we're gonna see what happens when we get Excalibur. I'm just adding, like I said, I'm just adding this in. I was just playing through, I'm still playing through this, I'll play through afterwards as well. Apparently Excalibur, once I looked it up, is one of the most powerful weapons in the game, or at least one of the more powerful ones that you can find in the game world. So maybe this finally gets rid of this sword. This sword is the most OP thing I think I've gotten in a video game in many, 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 many years. This sword is the sole reason why everything has gone so smoothly for me, and why I've explored virtually all of the map and done so many side quests, killed so many of the Templars. This sword has been the most important thing of the entire, what, I'm at like 90 hours of gameplay in this game. I got this sword at like hour 10 or 8 or something like that. So this sword has carried me for multiple gameplays worth of games through this campaign. If this sword here is better than this, I will be incredibly impressed, and we might be even way more OP. So, let's see what happens. Oh, I got a trophy for that. Yeah, look at it. It's already replaced our weapon. Well, okay, it's a heavy weapon. That's not as awesome in my opinion, but... yeah, it's heavy. It also makes a weird noise. It's very Tron looking. Well, Tron's not the greatest way. It looks like an object from Abstergo. Which makes kind of some sense if it's made by the Isu, because, like... I actually learned from that cutscene that you get by doing all the Animus stuff in this game that the the Abstergo logo, I believe, is a symbol used by the Isu in this series. Because the backs of a bunch of chairs and some, like, I don't know, faceplates had them. I think this thing heals me? I don't know. Yeah, and this place is huge. You can't see any of it because of all the mist and fog in here. But we are directly beneath Stonehenge, I believe. Let me look at the map. Yep. That's Stonehenge. It's just a giant open area carved out of the ground in the shape of a disc. Oh, it's a teleporter.
Darkness from one place to another.
Yeah, weird to see a teleport pad in the real world of the game. Because those are normally only in Asgard. Oh, the weird door that stopped me from getting in at the start is now opened a little bit. That was cute. I'm just gonna exit this place. So yeah, I thought this would be like a little neat kind of extra bonus before we actually start this next time. Just kind of show one of the random things that I'm doing in the background playing through this game that I don't think is super... I almost did not record this just because I thought, I'm just getting a weapon and I might not even use it. But I thought, it's a cool moment. We'll throw this in. Just record it for posterity's sake, I guess. Now... Ooh, this thing uses up so much stamina, too, though, if you look at my stamina bar. I got, like, what, 3... How many hits... How many swings can I do? 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 swings for a stamina bar. Okay. Where's grunting? He's like, ugh, this thing's so heavy. Alright, I want to look at its stats. Ooh, we can compare. Ah! Oh, man. Oh, man. That is brutal. My existing sword is better than Excalibur still. I can upgrade. Wait, I can upgrade. Okay, now this is a fully upgraded, unruined Excalibur. So what do we got? 17 to 135. The stun is still better on my broken blade. Yeah, that's my big issue, is how heavy this thing is, and I don't like using two-handed weapons in this game. It's slower, and its crit is still worse. The only up that Excalibur has is its base attack is still like 20 points higher, about. Fragments explode outwards from the player, dealing area damage. Yeah, so sometimes when I kill somebody with the sword, they catch on fire, essentially. The blade shoots fragments into somebody and ignites them on fire with its magicalness. Heavy finishers and criticals blind all enemies around. What does that mean? We're gonna give this just one little test fight, I guess, just to see what this thing can do. I went through a lot of trouble just to get this thing. That was totally optional, so we may as well try it out in some way. Where's a place I can go where I can kill a bunch of baddies? There is that fort. I'm aware. Where is it? It's not at Repton. Is it in... No, it's not in Snottingham. It's on a cliffside. There's one of these forts that I like to go... This one. Tonastadir. If that is how you pronounce it. Tonastadir. Yeah, look at this thing. It's so huge. It's big and thick. I don't know if this sword is going to be worthwhile, but we'll give it a shot. Because right now, my existing sword is very small, it's very fast, and it is almost as powerful as this one in its base attack, and all the other stats are better. Which to me tells, once again, explains to me, wow, I really did have an overpowered weapon at the start of the game. So let's give this one its fair shot. I do like how it looks, that's the thing. It's very big, but I like the style it has. Oh, that's weird. I don't have... They're not instantly aggro at me anymore.
Is heavily guarded.
Okay, now they get upset at me if I'm over here.
I'll finish. Your God.
Why are you climbing on the roof? You're really scared of me, I guess. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty good because it's longer. The running slash is nice and long, but yeah. I'm not super digging this so far. Like, it's fine, but I feel like my smaller sword still has more of a punch to itself, and I feel like it just does more general damage. At least some sort of higher efficiency at it. Because look at this. Multiple hit, multiple hit. I could probably get the same 3 hits in, but a lot quicker with my smaller sword. Also, I'm kind of annoyed that, like, these guys aren't actually just full aggro at me, because then I'm getting all these assassination hits in instead of using the sword. Which is a little bit of a bummer. Anybody in here? There's some dudes sleeping up there. I don't care about that. The animation didn't work properly, but I think he's supposed to stab him through the back and then just pull up through his entire torso, which, if and true, is pretty brutal. I believe that's supposed to replace our multi-slash cut off like all the limbs from the back move that we normally do with the sword. See, like, I went to try and use my sword and it did the assassination. In any other scenario, that would be wonderful, because easy combat is easy combat. I'm trying to test this thing out right now. I could just, like, go into a city and just start fighting the city guards as well. I might do that as well. after this, because this was kind of fine just to use it, but it's not really working out super great. Like, I pulled out the sword even, and he did another assassination move that was kind of jank looking. Alright, we're done here. Testing here was not the greatest. So, let's go to a city. We're not going to London, because that's where the next main quest stuff is at the moment. Let's go to Canterbury. Canterbury tends to have some good guards. Yeah, like, I like how the sword looks. I just don't know about using it. Which, once again, the only fault in that, if I don't use it, is my personal annoyance of just like, well, I did all of the extra side missions in the game to get it, and my existing weapon is still just better than this. Which, to me, is both, like, amazing and disappointing at the same time. Of like, I really hit the top very early in the game, which is great, but man, I would kind of like a sword that's similar to mine, but just a little stronger. I guess giving more runes to my sword, like different runes to my sword, would possibly benefit that, but I honestly don't know what runes I have on mine at the moment. I should check that. I'll check that after, and maybe I'll change that up. So we're just gonna fight random city guards while we're here. And that'll be the end of this Excalibur showcase. See, like, that's good! Yeah, he pulls up his head through his neck. This guy was so shocked by it, I got to assassinate him with a normal move. He was just like, it's like his brain fogged over and he just didn't know what to respond with. That is the might of Excalibur. There should be 2 flag bearers down by the city gate.
Won't be gentle if they spot me.
Brutal. I like how in the dark it kind of looks like a lightsaber. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of looks like a lightsaber at some angles. It even has that weird electronic kind of sound to it when you when you swing it. Man, I got these guys with assassinations again. Where? Where's the dude who was trying to aggro me? I have no idea. Well, here's the barracks. Ooh, yeah, this should be fine enough. Oh, I was hoping he would go through the window. Once again, these guys just don't notice. They don't know what's gonna hit them. Nice aim. That's what that is. Okay. It's not good. Right, so the special effect that sometimes happens with the sword causes temporary blindness. I believe that's what that was. I love how that just cleaved that dude's head off. That's probably a very dark thing to say, but contextually, that was just lovely to witness. Right. So, if that was that blindness thing, first off, it didn't affect him, really. And two, I still did not kill him immediately, which I would expect from this. So that kind of blows. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Oh, it's a Goliath. I don't think there's anybody else really here. There's that guy. Yeah, the barracks are pretty much done. There's that patrol out there I can fight. They seem a little more active. Nice axe, Eivor. Yeah, I'm not digging this too much. It might be good against someone like this. Skirmishers tend to run around rapidly. I don't think the slow swinging of the sword would be good, but the range might kind of make that a bit better. Some more flag bearers. How does it do against these guys? It staggers them. And not all the time, though. Yeah, I'm not digging that. Sorry, dude. Yeah, that was that blindness thing. The passive effect it has. I don't really care for that. Nice animation. Oh, that dude's way over there. He's cheating. Out of the way, dude. My shield did that one. He whacked my shield so hard that a sonic wave killed him. You see, sometimes I love this game for things like that. That's just the greatest amusement, is seeing absurd combat just absolutely be fantastic. I'm a chuckster.
You know, some people view getting choked out as a weird kink. I think this guy likes it. Oh, hey, you here to test out me new sword too? The game just kinda lagged for a second there. That doesn't happen very often.
I'm gonna try heavy attacks only on this guy. Yeah, I like how the sword looks. I like how it sometimes looks like a weird lightsaber, which doesn't make much sense. I'm not super into its I'm gonna make up a word now. It's compatibility. Not compatibility, combatability. No spaces, just a single word. It's fine. It's not my thing.
Goddamn you! I'll hold out with you again.
Yeah, I think we're done here in Canterbury, and I think I'm done with Excalibur. Excalibur's fine. I think it's better in The Witcher 3. This one's really cool looking. I might bring it out if I feel a little spicy or zesty, but I'm not. I'm not digging it. It's amazing how this little sword is still technically better. Yeah, I think that's it for this little side expose, what's the word? What's the proper word? Showcase, I guess, of me getting Excalibur in Valhalla. So now we will continue with the present, because this is the past, and you are watching the past, as is the past of the episode already. But this is the past of the past, and we gotta get to the future. So, let us move on to current gameplay and see what weird stuff happens. Hello, and we're back again with some Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Right, it's been almost a month actually for me last time I played this, which is kind of wild. I last played this at the end of February, and now it is now. So, we're going to continue today with the story, which, from what we did last time, is going to be the London arc. I've never played this arc before, and we'll see how it goes. I don't have much else to say about that. It's just like, okay, it's been a long time since I played Assassin's Creed. I'm just gonna jump in and see what happens.
If I find one crack, that statue is as fragile as the rest of my collection and costs more than the hovel you call a...
Isn't this the guy who took that statue from Octavius?
I have a friend who needs that little Roman man you have.
Oh, it is.
Octavian of London.
I've a guess who your friend is. And no, Osbert cannot have his greasy pedestrian fingers on something so exquisite.
Osbert.
Oh, that is delicious. Yes, Osbert. A name fit for a poor failure. It'll cost a cow's weight in silver to get it in his hands.
We have enough charisma to persuade him, but yeah, Osbert. Yeah, so Octavius is the guy back at Ravensthorpe who we give all our Roman artifacts to. And this is the guy probably like 70 hours ago in the game. He talked about a guy taking one of his action figures, essentially. This is a weeb fight. This is two anime diehards who are fighting over a figurine, essentially.
Fan of Rome, I see. I am too. Unique methods of torture. Crucifixion. Bronze bull. Where I am from, we have the Avor. No
The Avor.
skin blade. Teeth carved out to wear as a necklace. Then left to the birds. How much again?
Free of charge? Let me just grab it for you.
Okay. the Eivor. I am astounded he just made up a fictional weapon of himself. I mean, the guy is a weapon. No doubts about that. This guy is a man-killing machine. But that is just great. At least this isn't in a jar or anything.
I'll have to take this back to Osbert.
War of Collectors. Maximilian's journal. Osbert was notably absent from the forum assembly. For once, I was able to discuss my thesis without his foul stench invading my nose. Perhaps the ordeal with the helmet has finally taught him that only men of culture can become exalted by a love of Rome. These nerds. Like, I'm no different with some things, but it's just like, oh man. Just... The Roman Empire. That wasn't that a meme a few months ago on the internet for a brief period of time? People being like, men think about the Roman Empire like once every day or something like that. It was a really dumb clickbait kind of meme that was going around for a while. It's just like, no, these guys think of it every second because they live around its decaying ruins. Right, I'm heading in the wrong direction. That was a cute little sidetrack I just haven't gotten to. I've probably passed that mission a ton of times in my adventures going through London so far. But I just never did it. It's at the north of town, right? Yeah, we gotta go up there. Yeah, the only thing I know about... I know none of the characters, none of the actual plot that happens here in London. The only thing I do know is that we're supposed to hunt a lot of Templars, apparently. That's... in passing, that's the only thing I understand. And we are probably way over-leveled for this mission.
Keep it steady, huh? Neolov. Hey, bear up, Master Ame. You'll be on your way shortly, huh?
Something of a shepherd, aren't you?
It can feel that way, aye. Can I help you with something?
The governor's burr. I would like to speak with him, if I can.
Ah, the Governor Trigger. Guten Verdane come to London 4 year back.
Trigger?
Aye, most hours of the day you can find him at the old villa, dealing with all manner of knavery. Stow!
Avgos wants his cut of the summer harvest. Shit, Carl. Huh? What's the holdup?
Oh, that is... that is amazing. Just grabs him by the face.
He can petition for it.
Petition for it? Well, you can tell that old mud merchant that if he wants his apple, he can bob for it.
Belongs to Master Ame, sir.
Bob for it!
That is filthy.
Bob for it!
This guy has some issues. Yeah, right. Oh, we're getting in on it too.
Is this kind of noise coming to London?
Now, we've a quiet day once in a great while. Hey, try not to kill anyone, eh?
Nah, that was quick and fast. That was fine. Like I said, we're probably very overleveled for this.
God in heaven, you fight like the
devil stolen your bread? You give some hard knocks yourself?
Road, be a good lad and prick the names of those that pay their food tax, will you? Right then. You've some dealings with Governor Trigger, was that it?
I will have dealings with any who can deliver fair friendship with my Raven clan. If that is you, then all the better.
Ah, no. Trigger's your fellow. I'm the Shire Reeve of London's westerly half. I keep things ordered and fair.
Shire Reeve is not a name that rides easy on the tongue.
Reeve's my title, sorry. Stow's my name. Stow of Lunden.
What the heck? I can romance this guy. Take me to your leader.
Take me to your governor, Stow. He sounds like a man worth knowing.
Right then. Station filled, flock shepherded, and off to Trigger we go.
Honestly, that was kind of the most random romance option I've ever seen in this game. Most of the time, there's always kind of like a wink-wink nudge of someone being into that, but this time it's just like, oh yeah, that was a great fight. Hey, you want to fuck? It's just like, what? Why? How?
So,
Very random. Whatever.
a city built by giants.
I don't know.
So they say. She's an old place, surly as they come. But there's a mystery here I quite adore. I was raised here, in fact. Learned the scriptures of Christ's apostles in Lundenwich. I was Saxon Borough, just past the western walls.
You're not a priest, are you?
No. No, I was raised...
If you were a priest, I'd have to kill you.
This bastard, I turned out pretty well.
A penniless bastard, and now London's fearless Reeve.
Well, it's Trigger who saw something in me. He judges not the circumstance of my birth. His two hands, left and right, are me and a Dane-born soldier, Erke. Erke's an orphan of the last Viking horde put down in London for a season. 2 or 3 years back now, it must have been. It's through... Wait. Something's wrong.
Iron on the air.
Oh, you think?
Blood is fresh.
Good men. What's happened here?
You think something's wrong?
God, no. No.
It took 3 arrows to kill him. The next 12 were an insult.
O Lord, deliver these men with the light of thy countenance visiteth and shines upon them.
You've no need for outsiders, Stow. It's a private matter.
There's no cause to be leery. Eivor had my back in a brawl at Cripplegate. More thugs from the garrison.
You must be a real broker to hold your own against those shithugs. It's time to fetter those men, Stow. It can't go on like this.
Yeah, there's... Why did they give him so many arrows? I'm not gonna lie, that's a little weird. Is that Trigger's body? Were the killers after you? You must be Erke.
If this one had a head, you'd be calling him Trigger, yes? Your governor. God above, the man is dead. Some respect, please.
That was a little slightly sarcastic on Eivor's part. I'll not say no to that. If he still had a head, he would be the governor, right?
Are you telling me this gut bucket called me second Reeve?
First in the Eastborough. The man I trust with my life.
Stow's never been a good judge of character.
Erke, this is Eivor. He came to meet with Trigger, to seal the bonds of friendship with his clan.
He would have welcomed you heartily. He was a trusting man. And I got him here.
Have you found anything?
I just arrived. The killers left a letter on the body there.
I'll have a look around.
Right. If you hear dogs barking, because I hear them quite well through my headset, I don't know. My neighbor's dogs are barking outside.
He governed this bird.
They get set off at the slightest of anything. I don't actually think they're their dogs. I think they're babysitting these dogs. But man, are they loud and noisy.
The old man had a wandering hand, and I
Didn't know.
So, what do you have to say?
It was his secret to keep.
Can I talk to you? You have a thing above your head, but it's not letting me. Okay, there's that. Some very interesting music happening here. Oh no, I don't want to get out of photo mode. I don't want that. There we go.
Besides enough blood to repaint the city's faded bricks.
This letter. Someone wanted us to see it. From Rome went an order of heretics who worshipped the relics of a time before Christ.
Erke, this was the letter he told us about. Said it contained fearful news about London.
It warns of 3 such heathens who have infiltrated London. His killers, I expect.
Besides enough blood to repaint the city's faded bricks. No.
A barber surgeon's tools. Sharp and precise for easy butchery. Must have been what was used to free Trigger's head from his neck.
Is anything? Yeah, there's some. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, there's something towards the door. Footprints.
Sets of footprints leave. 2 average, 1 massive.
I mean, it's probably the guys that we already took out, is it not? Because there's 2 normal dudes and then the one big guy. It's like, yeah, I don't see... There's nothing else. Is it in the ceiling? Ah. Can I shoot that down? I don't see a way to shoot that down. So, I'm gonna have to climb up there. I was gonna say, there's nothing else down here. But is there something vertical? And I did not actually expect there to be anything else. And it won't let me climb up there for some reason. Game, please. And now it's not letting me jump onto that. Thank you. Okay, now we're good.
I do not envy this man's death. Hang on. There's something in his hand. This was not Trigger's seal?
Nay, it was Roman in origin. Must have been on a ladder he opened.
It must have been significant to this guard for him to grasp it even in death.
Perhaps it's what got him killed.
I think I have a clear idea of what happened here. Trigger was shot where he sat, probably as he read the letter. One of his guards grabbed the seal and tried to escape. He didn't make it. A second killer found him first. He met his end at the noose, lifted by the bigger man. A third attack took his eyes, then came for Trigger's head. Symbolic, maybe. Headless leader, eyeless guards. The killers were without fear. This kill was a message. Their footprints leave together. 3 sets, heading back to the courtyard. The letter mentions 3 heretics, named only by Manicus. The leech, the arrow, the compass. Signed by someone calling himself a poor fellow soldier of Christ.
Poor fellow soldier. Odd name.
3 names, 3 killers, as you said.
Baldersack. Could be anyone in London. Who can we trust?
Only the people in this room, I fear.
Even that would be unwise, until we know more.
The arrow is described as a pugnacious Dane invader. That describes too many in London.
The leech hails from Wessex. London is home to many of them as well.
And the compass, a Frankish captain.
Less common, but no face comes to mind.
What is this symbol here?
I recognize that from the Mithraic temple. I passed it on the way here.
Mithraic temple. Is that a church?
A church? Heavens, no. Mithras was a pagan idea, a so-called god beloved by the ancient soldiers that built this city. Our city is overrun with cowards. We may be next to fall if we don't resolve this sick fermentation of hate.
I've told you, this city answers to blood and power. We should serve as such.
Can't leave him like this. I need to.
We'll get the church to see to it, Stone.
No, it should be me. I must ready him for judgment.
I understand. Only get some air from time to time. It reeks in here. Shall we, Broga?
Find the entrance? Find the entrance to the temple.
Well, now the locals have caught a whiff of this fatted mess. The temple is yours to explore, Eivor. It's to the east of here. Where my Reeve's face was. Keep away! Keep away!
Right. So, that place. I've already been there before. I've explored most of London. The only places I haven't been are the places that have been off limits because of the story missions.
I will have to gut them and put a puppet atop London's throne. Stowe seems a good man. We'll trust his word.
So, we're gonna see how this goes. I'm actually going to stop for a moment and have lunch while the neighbors' dogs are just barking up a mad storm outside. Because I don't know how that's coming, if it's even coming through the mic or not, but to me it's very clear because they're just outside, and it's just like, I don't really need that background noise going on when there's no noise going on in the game. So, I'll be right back after a quick sandwich. Alright, and I'm back. Food was good, but Assassin's Creed is better. Right, so we gotta go here. We're right in front of it, okay. Yeah, there were a bunch of guys here I had to fight last time I was here. Like these guys, yeah.
Guards here are vigilant.
I don't really mind if I've been spotted here. Oh, that's who was seeing me before. How can you? You're way up there.
You're finished! Await your review.
That was a mistake on your part, bud. Where? Oh. Okay, there's more guys there. Is there anyone else above me? I don't think so. Where's that guy going? Oh, way over there, okay. Was there not a guy who, like, ran down here or something? I thought that was... I thought I saw somebody who did that. Just throw them, they're dead. I'll split you! Come on. I'm kind of glad, actually, that even after about a month of not playing this game, I still just know the muscle memory. It's still just ingrained in me. That's great.
compass holds sway over the others. He has ordered the arrow to recruit archers in a market to the west. Worth a visit. Tools for a surgeon, finely crafted. Like we found in the villa. And there's a letter here, arranging payment to a blacksmith.
If I remember right, the thing that I was not able to do here because of the mission being this area being story related was the fact that I could not enter that crack at the start there, so I just could not access this place. What else is down here? There's a piece of armor that's down here, isn't it? Yeah, there is. That's the one thing. That's one of the few pieces of wealth still in the world that I have not been able to access. I'm pretty sure the remaining pieces of wealth, there it is, that are still around in the world are ones that I've not been able to access due to story progression. Brighton Shield.
Messages between the leech and the compass. Healing, gutting. The leech is a strange one, but the compass calls to strikes. I have got enough to go on for now. Erke and Stowe must see all this. I see more bloodshed in London's future. At least Sunan will feast. This area is off limits.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was blocked by rubble when I was last here. I do like the I've said this probably before, but I do like the weirdly different dynamic lighting situations that various regions in the world have. Some of them look like they're in autumn, some of them look like they're in deep blue winter, some of them look like they're in... Some of them honestly almost look kind of like Ghost of Tsushima with the amount of humidity in summer that some of them have. And then places like London have this dusty, gray... just kind of dryness to them, but it's not dry like a desert, it's dry like a relic, in a weird way of putting that. It has a very specific vibe to itself. It's not like Jorvik, it's not like Ravensthorpe. It's not like most of any of the villages that are in the game. Let alone the visual cues, I'm just talking like the lighting in the atmosphere. Like, what are the particles in the air? What is the coloration? Like, look at this. You see, like, there's a soot that's kind of flying around in the air here for no specific reason aside from it being a ruinous city that has had fires probably over the years and stuff. It's small things like that that do make these places feel lived in. And that's kind of what sucks you in. Aside from the story, the gameplay, the characters, the world itself, it's like the way that a place is presented can kind of suck you in very well. I'm always looking for games that do suck me in like that, because a lot of them don't. Which is why when I find a game like that, I tend to binge it pretty hard, like Red Dead 2... Witcher, this, Ghost of Tsushima. Open world action adventure games that can get it right are ones I look for.
It's worth knocking on a few doors, that's all I'm saying.
Trigger wasn't killed because you want to plant a few trees and fix a few roofs in London.
Looks less like a meal for crows in here.
Eivor, You bring good findings, I hope?
A few sheets of vellum, notes between members of a secret society. The Order of the Ancients, they are called.
Order of the Ancients? Doesn't sound any bells in this head. What's their purpose?
That would take some time to explain. But know this, that I am here to kill them. In London, it seems the compass is the head. The arrow and the leech are his hands.
Pet names and secret orders. What a crock. We know anything we can act on.
The arrow is a Dane who has seen his share of battle. His name suggests he is an archer.
I bet my knuckles he's the one sowing discord among the Danes that shelter in London.
If it were me, I'd hide among my ranks, surrounded by other fighting men.
The arrow has orders from the compass to recruit soldiers at a market in the west.
I know the very place.
The leech has need of flesh. Been looking for thralls, though I cannot say why.
We found a number of dead down by the quays lately, but not thralls alone. Some of the missing we find again in several places, cut to pieces.
Good Lord, Erke.
The compass is a mystery. He is mentioned often, but there is little to go on.
Said he was a Frankish captain, did you? To find him, we'd have to mark the ships that came and went along the Thames.
Captains are a transient sort. It may be he's far away, keeping quiet.
That may be, but would he scream if we cut off his hands?
Oh, you've a filthy mind for strategy.
We'll kill the arrow and the leech, then sit back and wait. Let the compass come to us. Let us not waste any more time. We'll find the arrow and the leech. Killing both should drag the compass back into port. So, I will catch you at the Western Market.
Count on it.
And I'll make for the quays. There's another few bodies there to fish out of the muck.
It could be the leech is back at work.
God be with us, friends. Go in his name, and be protected by him.
Okay, so we're gonna do the arrow first. Looks like we can do the arrow or the leech. We're just gonna go in order for this.
I should be cautious around here.
Why Eivor? One thing I will say about Eivor, there's a weird... Okay, I thought whatever this thing was on top of the statue's head. I was like, what is that? Is that a crane or something? Like a bird? But I see that there's a little bit of a weird disposition and personality kind of evolution with Eivor in this story arc. Normally, he's the one kind of asking questions and being a little curious, a little bit more lighthearted on things. Unless, you know, like the mood is actually serious and such. He's normally the one kind of sitting back, wondering what's going on and figuring out things as things go in the story. Like with Oswald, with any of these other recent arcs we've had. And in this one, he's the one being like, okay, I'm here in the city. You guys don't seem to know much of anything. I know what's going on with all this stuff. We need to do this. He's the one taking the initiative for a lot of this. And it's it's noticeably different. I'm not sure if it's good writing or bad writing in his character yet, because of how early we are in this arc. But I can definitely see that Eivor is the one taking charge here. Which is very different for a lot of the story so far.
And once we've found the arrow, this order needs to know we'll be after the leech and the compass as well.
You know yet about the arrow and recruits?
I've heard whispers. Somewhere here, a man gives you a coin. And this coin grants you entry to a contest run by the arrow's men.
Which man? I see too many here.
He's good at blending in. I haven't spotted him yet today.
I will sniff around. You stay back.
Eivor, what was your impression of Erke?
I like Erke. I don't know him.
You know him better than
I've known him for like 5 minutes, really.
Only say the word.
No. No, I believe in Erke. It's me I don't trust. worse some days. Forgive me. My latest thoughts have been restless. I've been a reeve for so long, fighting for God's justice. I shed my earthly attachments for his great plans.
But you could not shed Erke and his friendship.
No.
And the neighbor's dogs are back outside. Well, too bad. We're still playing. It's good to talk. People can let you down. I'll grab one of these. I'll grab one of those coins.
Find one of these coins soon. Will you be around?
I'll return to St. Paul's just down the road. Godspeed, Abel.
Sure. Right. Can I just take a coin? Yeah, I got it. I got the coin. I just killed the guy who had a coin and I got one. So all these guys are thugs for the arrow? Hey, Stowe, I got a coin. I just had to kill like 3 dudes for it. It's worth a lot of money. Oh, this coin is the most valuable coin in all of London. Okay, we gotta go this way. It's not letting me... Okay. Arrows are full. Oh, we just gotta straight head to the Coliseum, okay. The Londinium Amphitheater. How do we get in? Oh, right here.
What's your business? Shooting or watching?
You are looking for skilled archers. Now you have found one.
This contest is private. Invitation only.
Your men are handing out these coins like they were on fire. Is this enough?
It's enough to keep us talking. But I'll want to see how well you handle that bow before you go any further. Want a trial round to test your eye?
I've had enough practice. Let us begin.
A real fanatic you are. Get ready. It's a simple contest here. Hit all targets true before the sand runs down. Here's the new competitor, a Norse from the northern wilds of Mercia. And our current reigning champion, Seer. All right, take your mark. Hook set. Arrows not. Fire! We are halfway down the sand.
A cheat! A cheat!
It was a fair shot. Carry on. Hold in spear. Did you see that? Incredible. Eivor leads to victory.
Yeah, that wasn't hard.
Best I've seen for some time.
I just had to ignore the timer.
You have earned your place at the Arrow's side today. He'll be eager to meet you. Hold yourself to the Imperial Arch and speak with our man, Hussa. Recite
Hussa.
his phrase. May the Father of Understanding guide us. And he'll know it's you.
What, do I go up there or something? Where? Meet with Hussa. Where's Hussa? I'm just gonna go where it says for me to go. Which seems to be outside of the amphitheater.
Are you Huza?
Yeah, and who's asking?
May the Father of Understanding guide us.
And may the Mother of Wisdom give us strength. You're to stand just there, look your best when the arrow comes forth, and keep still.
Friends, brethren,
So it's this guy.
people of London, we have had a hard week. Cowardly invaders stole into our governor's home and robbed him of his life.
Yeah, and that's probably you. Yeah, Eivor honestly has a bit of the Kubrick look right there.
My friend, my leader.
Once Eivor got the Kubrick stare, it all went down. I'll have your Come on. I like it when you guys parry me. Oh, my shield went down a little too fast there. Yeah, let the crowds come back.
Arrows knocked! It's a hard thing to raise the rats of a city into warriors. Hook, set!
You raised no one. You only trapped them in their cowering fear.
Draw strings! First wave fire!
I just realized this guy's actually pretty short.
No,
He's like 4'5". 4'5". Well, no, he's like 5'4".
I showed them their common enemy.
Eivor's only like 5'11", maybe 6 foot.
Fire!
I think Sigurd is like 6'5" or something.
Without a foe to consume, we devour ourselves.
He speaks true. A man without an enemy defeats himself. Justify all you want. You're just a king killer and a coward.
Mighty High Horse, you'd do the same if you were me. Aim and fire!
There was some weird audio delay with the dialogue there. I don't think there's audio delay. No, everything seems fine. I'm guessing that was just weird pacing on the dialogue's part. Alright. So, now for the next one. That was quick. That's kind of the weird part about all of the Templar quests in this game, is that a lot of them are very quick. Once you get to a high enough power level in this game, they're just good. There's a lot of quest lines for them, but actually fighting the Templars is no different than fighting any other enemy in this game, which I think is fine for what this is. This is an Assassin's Creed game, and the Templars are part of the story, but the same situation as why Black Flag was such a good game, is that it's mostly not an Assassin's Creed game. As weird as that is, it's mostly a pirate game. This is mostly a Viking game. When the assassination and the Brotherhood stuff, when all that stuff is the main point of the story, you either need to make the story very linear to focus on that, or if you make it open world like this, you need to make the world more important than that plot. So I think that's something that this game and some of the other ones do right. Not all of them do, but a lot of them do.
You're unharmed. Praise be to God.
That was kind of my problem with Syndicate and Unity, is it felt like the assassination stuff was put to the forefront as a main reason of the game existing, and that kind of clashed with the open world exploration stuff for me, personally. The assassin stuff was fine in 1 through, well, I never played 2, but 1 and 3, because that was the core plot. The open world was not so much of an open world. It was, but not really, especially in Assassin's Creed 1 it wasn't.
Greed. Anger.
From one man, such hatred is easy to spot, but from many, it is a fog that fills the room.
Power. Men will claw for it and cling to it at the cost of everything.
Very true. And it is cold comfort when glory has the taste of your family's blood. With Avgo's gone, I will turn my attention to the Leech.
Erke should be down at the keys. He'll be waiting for you.
If the Compass should emerge, we will let you know.
Then I'll be at St. Paul's Church, waiting for the good word. Take care, Broga.
Because what makes me care about Eivor and the other supporting characters like Sigurd and such, and Basim, a lot of these characters, they're interesting to me because they're more fleshed out in a world itself, not that the world revolves around them. If I play Assassin's Creed 1, I'm going into that game with the mindset of it being kind of similar to something like Uncharted or Dead Space or BioShock, where I am this specific character and I am playing through a novel, pretty much. In a game like this, the characters are fleshed out in a similar way, but they're still open enough to where what you experience with them randomly in this world, you both feel at the same time of like, oh, that is weird. And it makes the characters more endearing in a way. Because it's not just you reading a book, it's you having your own adventure story with them, kind of like a point-and-click adventure game, or I don't know. That's kind of why I like Shenmue a lot as well. I know I'm just rambling at this point, but it's kind of why I like Shenmue, because you have Ryu, but you get to choose what happens on the day-to-day basis with the character. And those experiences are things you both have together, as the character in the game, and what repercussions that has on the character, and what you experience as the player. It's not like playing Dead Space, where virtually everything you do is very linear, and the experience is going to be the same for most people who play the game. The same goes for Uncharted. I love Uncharted a lot, but they are very linear games. You have to progress in the same way as everybody else who plays the game. And I love games like that. I've honestly kind of weirdly been itching to play Skyward Sword again, which is kind of the most linear Zelda game. But, and that's the thing, I love Uncharted, I love all these games. The only game at the moment that I don't really like is, what did I play recently that I did not like? I gotta put a thought into that. I'm just like, I played something recently that I just really did not like. I can't think of it now. I think I got rid of it. But One Piece Odyssey is an example of a linear game that everybody's going to play the same way that I've played recently on the PS5. I don't know if I'll ever do a video on it. I have had it for a year, and I finally played a couple days worth of it. I'm like 30 to 40 hours. No, not 40. Like 30, around like 25 to 30 hours in. And I think I've talked about this before in some other video at some point recently, but I stopped after Chapter 2 because of a really dumb wall that you hit. And I've grinded, it's an RPG, and I've grinded a lot to get to where I got to in that game, more than what I felt was necessary. It started off pretty good, kind of reminded me of Chrono Trigger in the way you didn't seem to really need to grind, and then you get to the second level, the second chapter, which is Alabaster, and you need to grind a lot. And it was really, really bad. I beat the chapter, I defeated Crocodile at the end, because this game also just retreads the story of the anime and the manga. But, yeah, One Piece Odyssey is one that I have mixed feelings about, because, like, I love the gameplay, the story progression is terrible. And that's a game that everybody is going to play the same no matter what. It is an RPG that has very, very limited give and take on what you can do yourself for the progression because of how grindy it is. Which is a bit of a shame. In any case, I'm rambling. I don't even know what started me thinking about all this. At this point, take whatever I said there with with a grain of salt of me just being a mixture of tired and also just not knowing what I'm talking about anymore. It's like I know what I'm talking about, I'm just talking how I'm feeling, but the cohesiveness. Well, a lot of dead bodies.
The leeches work.
Yeah. New cultures
Yeah.
every day.
How many bodies is that now?
A score have been uncovered. Definitely the leech's work.
How can you be sure?
Their eyes are scooped out. Black, empty caverns. Same as Trigger's gods.
Must be hundreds of people passing by here each day. Anyone see them dumped?
It's the riverbank, Vinner. Every crooked dealing in this city goes through here.
Stowe has seen the same. It is not only the ducks.
How is that Sparrowheart? I worry for him.
Soft, but unsullied. He helped me find Avgos, and that is enough.
Avgus. I had a hunch or two about that arse blister. Should have acted.
Any hunches about the leech you want to share?
Erke! Tell me it wasn't her!
It wasn't your daughter, dear Kida. Take a breath.
Oh, thank Freya. I have such a fear I will find her down here. She works errands for a smith who sends her to these docks. Most times at night. I cannot stand it.
When did she go missing?
A few days back. Left after sundown. Never came home, my Regna. Gods, if I could see her again. I haven't seen her in 2 days, and feared the worst. In London, you must always fear the worst.
What sort of job did she have?
Ran errands and the like. She would make a delivery, trade it for hack silver, and scurry back to her smithy.
Do you know the name of the man?
Name, but I wish I did. I would box his ears and harvest his nuts.
Anything else you remember?
I had a neighbor once tell me she saw Regna, lingering for a time under the London Bridge. Worried me sick hearing that.
That is a good place to start. Thank you, Gila.
A shady smith, a missing child. It's a lead with some weight.
London Bridge after sundown. It's worth a look.
Good. I'll hang about here and keep things calm. And Eivor, don't drop your guard around these ducks.
Do I look like one who could?
Yeah, you see, like, Eivor's boldness is weird here. He's normally not this bold. Like, he has an attitude, and he can have an ego about himself, but here he's just like, why would I drop my guard around these docks? It's just like, yeah, I know how things work. It's very... It's a little bit more bold than Eivor's been throughout this whole story, in my opinion. It's not bad, but he seems just weirdly more assertively cocky and like what's the word? It's not confident, but just, you know. There is a confidence in it. It's just not exactly that. He only shows up at night. What time is it? Am I able to rest like I can in The Witcher? I don't think so. Given that it was just night a moment ago, I'm assuming it is morning, which is not good. Well, I think there's a mission we can do in the meantime. I don't know how to accelerate time, if you can, but we can do this mission in the time being. This is a side mission that I've been skipping every single time I come here to London. I remember it from last time I played through this game as well. It's the oil guy. I might have actually recorded this years ago for the PS4. That was a little weird. Oh, it's this building. If I remember right, we do not want to break these. They're full of poop or something. I forget what. They're full of something that is so stinky that it will kill people. I can try and demonstrate that, actually. Well,
Bury's balls. That is foul.
Eivor just vomited. Auto vomit now. Yeah, dude, you can stop screaming that. I'm right here. I'm coming. I want to throw this at somebody and just see what happens. They seem fine. Oh god, Eivor's covered in it just by running through it. Look at him. He is so greasy, and it just vanishes. And it just totally vanishes.
Anyone? I'm stuck.
It doesn't seem to kill anybody, which is good, I guess.
Anyone? I'm stuck.
How did this guy even have this happen? Like, how did he get stuck here? Ubisoft, couldn't you have given this guy like at least like 5 lines of dialogue? Eivor is stuck now. He's the one who's stuck, not this guy. Well, yeah, I think I need to not break any of these so that he doesn't die while I try to get him out.
Anyone? I'm stuck!
Just hold your horses. You can see why I chose this mission. It takes a while. This is a good mission to try and just let time pass by.
Anyone? I'm stuck!
Okay, are there any more in here? No.
Anyone? Thank the gods you've unblocked me. Ah, just a few broken. But the smell will be here for weeks. Still, you have my thanks.
And he just fell on the floor again? Okay. We got some skill points for that. That's fine. I just love how he fell on the floor. Yeah, look how crappy we look with this stuff. Oh, that stuff's disgusting. It's so oily. No, I know what that mission is. We're not doing that. We could go back to... Well, that's the governor's villa. That, I don't know what that is, but maybe that's worth looking at. Where's the sun? Because there's no in-game clock, to my knowledge, at all, I do just have to kind of follow where the sun is. Where is it? It's over there. Where are we on the map? That is the south, so it's still kind of the early morning, I guess. At least that's what the game seems to be making it out to be. Let's take a look at this wealth. It is mildly annoying I have to wait around till night. It would be much more preferred if I went to that spot and then it would allow you the option to wait, like in The Witcher or some other games. That's kind of a normal thing. It's inside this house. Oh, it's just a regular chest. Really weird how that's just been sitting out here then. I guess I just never got it. My thoroughness has been lacking, it seems. I'm gonna go back to the spot and just double check that I can't just wait around. I'm honestly not against London for Londoners. I'm honestly not against playing some Orlog to pass the time either. Yeah, there's nothing here that's letting me do that. It's saying, hey, it has to be nighttime. Great. We're gonna play some Orlog in the meantime, then.
I do miss the rattling of bone.
Aye, what say you? Let's go.
Let's do it. You just make.
Flip a coin. We'll go heads. Tails. That's fine. I have completed and beaten all of the Orlog in this game. So it doesn't really matter what I do here. This guy's got some good rolls, and that's kind of annoying. He's not going for thieving. He seems to mainly be going for God favors, which is fine. Yeah, he's very heavy on the God favors as a computer player. Ooh, and he's an archer. Ooh. That's bad. Right, I need to be a little more offensive now that I know that. Because he also seems to passively just get a lot more God favors. What do I got? I can do a Thor strike. I can multiply my axes by quite an amount, but that's not as good as the Thor strike, I don't think. And ignore... Your arrows ignore enemy shield. Okay, so I could do an arrow attack as well if I wanted. We're gonna do Thor. Oh, he can multiply his thieving, too. Yeah, this guy's a little bit better than I took him for. I spent the beginning of this, I was like, what is he doing? I don't think we... Yep, he took away our offering. Great! So...
This will do.
I'm just gonna go all in right now. We're probably gonna lose this.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah, we're dead. We are dead, deady dead.
This game is as good as over.
Or are we? Nah, oh, we're both down to 1. Okay. Whoever lands a hit first wins. I don't think I've ever had an Orlog match where it was down to 1 both. Each. That die does not want to settle. Right. So, shields. I don't really need thieving anymore. I'm gonna roll again just to see if I can get a helmet. Thank you. Because at this point, God favors are pointless. Right, we're still gonna lose first. Man! Ah. Down to the last dime and it sucked. It's still light out, so yeah, we can go again. We'll do one more match. Tails. Okay, we go first. My current plan is just try to overwhelm him a bit. He's got a passive, it seems, where he really gets a lot of God favors. Some of the Orlog NPCs have certain passives for what, it makes them more difficult against you, the player. That was something I kind of figured out playing through all the matches over time. So, it's not exactly fair, but it's to make the matches more interesting and specific per person you fight. It's almost like it really is kind of like a puzzle. It's how do you get around these situations?
Interesting.
He has so many favors. And that's the thing, he has so many favors and he has the multiplying ability. So he can easily just get a bunch of weapons now, which is probably what he's doing given what I'm seeing here. He's probably going to get a bunch of weapons and just multiply them up to try and take me out. That's why I was trying to be offensive at the start. But the favors are not in my favor. And he's also been getting a good amount of thieving, which is kind of annoying.
This will do. Defeat is imminent.
Yeah, now he's going to be highly offensive.
Interesting.
If I can survive this, I'm probably not. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, jeez, he's gaining health again. That's what he was doing. I was like, what was he doing? Right. He's still in the match.
No, no, no!
I don't get why he did that. What? It was pointless.
My game, stranger. Just give up.
Yeah, he just kind of gave up, I guess. All right, we win.
Well fought. You got me. Shall we go again? Another time, perhaps.
It looks like it's night now. Or at least it's becoming. Maybe. Okay. It's still not nighttime. We've been... The funny thing for me is I'm going to look at this in Vegas while I'm going to be looking at this in the editing software and just seeing like, okay, how long does a day take in London for it to go from day to night? There's something down there. It's because it's like, it's still daytime, but it's hazy now, so I'm guessing it's late afternoon, maybe?
How about a round of dice?
I heard the Gilded Sparrow was carrying more advantages and spice from our suitor. He had a hefty necklace in there too.
This harbor houses sunken treasure.
Yeah, the current's too strong to pull the wreck out, so we're left to lament the loss. You interested?
I am a strong swimmer. I fear no cold, current, or drenger of the deep.
Then by all means. We can scrape together a reward fit for the cargo's rescue.
I found a message in a bottle. It looks like the treasure was eaten by fish. One chest with treasure, another with this bottled message. I wonder if it has preserved its message.
So I have a note in a bottle already? Waterlogged note.
A message in a bottle. Ah, wise. Hid a necklace in a cow's stomach. Guess you'll have to go fishing for the rest of the treasure. A message in a bottle.
Yeah, I don't really get this mission. What do you mean? Right, we're just not going to pursue this one then? I don't know what's going on with it. It looks like it's evening now too, which is good. Hide behind the crate. Okay, now it's time. Now it counts as nighttime. Wow. Thank you. Finally. Inconspicuous. We're gonna have to tail them, aren't we?
Best follow him, see where this leads.
Yep.
Can't this clod walk any faster? Careful now.
Oh, we're here. Okay. I know where we are. I've taken out this encampment before. That should honestly... I should stop saying that. That should just be a given of like, I've been here before. I've already defeated this place. Can I actually hit the bell from up here? Huh. Yeah. Find and interrogate the blacksmith. I mean, I'm alright just taking everybody in this place out if I have to. I've done it before, I can do it again. How did I miss the Woebringer? Whoa. I have missed. There we go. This guy does not want to stop moving. I totally missed that. Is that one just out of range? Yeah, he's out of range. I think that's enough of... Ooh, there's a key. A key bearer. Can I just jump down onto this guy? Can I lure him? Oh wait, he's outside. Gonna be risky. Yep, got him. There is no bell. I think that's good enough. That should be fine. Nah, I want to fight, man. The hogs bore witness to your death. Dude was just sleeping. He was just chilling, minding his own business, and I had to ruin his evening. Well, there's nobody home.
You got the purse, I'm old. Huh? Who the fuck are you?
I'm a friend, Doya. Your money's with your lad.
What have you to do with him?
I'm keeping him safe. Had a fear he was being followed.
I knew he was soft. Not like my other girl. She was hard as hog's breath, that one.
What happened to her?
Fell ill a few days back. So I sent her to good Sister Friedeswith. Healer in town.
Sister Frida's with.
Got broken bones, a boil on your bum, or too much birth blood? She'll mend you quick.
She would need a broad set of tools for such work.
She would, and she has it. Comes to me for all her wants, and I craft for her what she needs.
Not anymore, you don't.
Alright, time to go take him out. I could use some adrenaline. Is there any adrenaline mushrooms around? I haven't seen any in a hot minute. Oh! Imagine just walking by somebody and they just scream at you for no reason. Just on the street, anywhere, in a city, on a train, anywhere. They just look at you and they're like, ah! Look at him! Sister Frida's with? Where? Okay, so it's north. It's not showing up on the HUD, so I was wondering where it was. At some point, probably after we're done with this whole saga, when we head back to Ravensthorpe, I need to give that statue back to Octavius. Like, seriously, I know Eivor's a Viking and he's kind of bulky looking with weapons and such, but every time he passes one of these people, they're just like, okay, she is here? Question mark? Oh, man, I went west. I thought I was going north. Well, let's go north now and go back east. I thought I was going north. This city is topsy-turvy, everybody. What are the lyrics? I haven't watched I need to watch Hunchback of Notre Dame, actually. It's my favorite Disney movie, and I haven't seen that in a few years at least. Everybody's acting crazy. Topsy-turvy day. Okay, so it's over here. This is another instance of me being kind of amazed at the memory allocation of this game. I dropped my horse off here. This is my horse from right before I started this whole quest line, and it's still just sitting here. Standing here. Do horses sit? Can they just... Can horses regularly sit? You never see horses just sit. They always stand.
If they see me, this will get messy.
over here. Right.
This is where the leech dissects her prey.
I think I accidentally killed the Woebringer, which is fine. Too far away.
It's only a cough. The brains of Freya. I swear.
You're delirious. Let the good sister finish your answer. You're not going to die, my dear. Have patience. We'll patch you up. She's confined herself to her study for so many days and nights. To some strange alchemy there. You don't imply the devil's work, Harry. The good sister sticks to God alone. Hey, what?
Oh, okay, she's down already. Took one hit.
A young girl. Her eyes have been removed. I have a feeling this is the missing Regna.
Vivisection notes, a young girl of 16, peasant. Regina she was named. One eye blue, the other green, imprint of the ancient ones. What secrets will I find locked in this prison of meat and bone? Yeah, someone has different colored eyes. You think there's some weird... yeah. That's a shame. It's like... yeah, Stab. You're out of here.
One more, that's all. I'm nearly finished.
That is enough.
Oh, it's you.
For all the dead we collect, dear sister, you and I are equals.
Quite a charnel house. I'd lost count of how many. I suppose I've been greedy in my research, but not for lack of care. The ancient ones, the arbiters, they built us out of simple pieces. So easy to break, so difficult to mend. There must be an improvement. We should be stronger, faster, smarter. I could have fixed us. I could have made us better.
We are blood and bone and spirit, Frida Swift. Perfect as we are.
You've such beautiful eyes. Finish it. Would you?
How about no? Yeah, take her down into the depths. Give her some weird cinematic death for how disturbing she is. That is one of the most cinematic Templar deaths in the game so far. Just being sucked down by the souls of poor victims. I did not like that Templar. That Templar may be one of the most annoyingly gross and fucked up ones I've seen in the game so far. And that's saying a lot, because I have killed most of them. Okay, so what do we have? Avgos is gone, Sister Freyd's is gone. The compass. Okay, so we're just taking out this entire chain right now. So all that's left is the compass. Okay, we need to head back to the docks. My adrenaline is full. Is it? It is. Alright. Yeah, the weather here lately in real life has not been great. It's been weird. The past couple weeks, we had a lot of snow. We had maybe 1 or 2 snowstorms in January, and ever since then, it's just been hot and cold and hot and cold and hot and cold. We get like, it goes up to like 60, 70 degrees, and then it dips down to 20 to 30 the next day, constantly over the past couple weeks. So you'll have a hot day where you're wearing a t-shirt and shorts outside, and then the next, overnight into the next day, it's frosty and there's snow on the ground. It's been insane.
And did you catch a name?
A nun, name of Frida Smith.
You gotta love climate change. It's absolutely bonkers.
You're right. She was a saint, a healer, and a gods. That brick fits this week's wall of shit.
He seems to be upset.
Brick of shit sounds about right. She was making dog meat out of Regna when I found her.
Fuck.
You knew her?
She saved me. Mended the broken leg. Thought I'd lose it. But not with Frida's way. You wouldn't know it was ever broken. The sands will run backwards now. Without her, we'll return to balancing humors.
All of that for this. Secrets of the human form. How she saved lives.
And how she ended them. It might be the ravings of a mad woman.
Not every problem has a clean solution.
True. Very true. I've built my name selling the heart fix. I'll live with it.
This was her fix. All her ideas and discoveries written here. Ill-gotten gains.
I have a mind to burn that bloody tome. Is that the right call?
It has cures for everything, from boils to broken bones. It is worth keeping. We fight wars to save those we love, and pay in blood for what we win. This book, this is your good sister's battlefield, her kingdom.
You may be right. We can't return the dead to life, but their sacrifice can mean something. If you need me, I'll be at St. Paul's searching for something on the compass. Thanks for all this, Broca.
I bring up the weather because I was going to go outside today and take some photos at a specific location I've been planning to. And I can't do that, so I opted instead to do this and continue Assassin's Creed, which is fine. I need to do that. But I had other plans for the day. But instead, because it was thunderstorming terribly last night, now it's just kind of cloudy and frosty out. When, once again, a day ago, it was really hot. So the weather's just been nuts here. The weather's always intense here, given the Great Lakes, but, like, man, this is just annoying. It's like, can it just be a snowstorm, last for 2 weeks, and then go away for another 2 weeks or so? It's normally repetitive like that, not every other day. There's always a a lengthy stopgap in between that. What's a little weird to me is that now flowers and grass are trying to, like, properly bloom and grow, like as if it were May. Spring doesn't normally hit this place until early to mid-May. And right now, outside my house, there are flowers that are continually dying because of the frost, but they're trying to grow because it's hot. So, things are just weird and annoying and not great with the weather. I hope this actual spring and summer are nice, though. We'll see. No idea. St. Paul's Cathedral, there. Okay, there are people outside. I like how there's a mob outside and this person is just sweeping with ghost magic.
Some surly guests outside.
Eivor, we didn't see you enter.
Have you stepped out today? There's a strange feeling brewing in the streets.
I've heard the shouts. The deaths of Avgos and Frieswith have angered many.
Let us hope the compass numbers among the offended.
I don't doubt it. But are we ready for him?
It is time to be focused on the compass. Gather all we know and lay it out, plain as day.
Aye.
We let fly the feathered dart. Cut raven ink from a cowering quill. Now we wait, wolf-tensed, for the master of the river rep to return and revenge his shaken warriors.
Well, well. This one's got the gift of Olin's meat.
What is on your mind, Stowe?
We know the compass is a sailor. A captain from Francia.
And he won't like hearing he's got a leak in his hull, so to speak. With the death of the leaks and the arrow, you want to hit back. But we can't know how or when.
Apart from this, the man's invisible. Coward, if you ask me.
Burn in your hell, you bloody reeves! We're pinned in!
Is there another way out?
Tower! There's an open window they can't have reached!
I'll go up. You find a way out.
Great.
Make for the steeple!
Still spun for us, my
The locals sure love us, huh? Eivor, this is not the time for gymnastics. The door is barred from the other side. Okay. How do I get out of here then? That was a mistake, obviously. So, where then do I have to climb up? Yeah, they're just straight up burning the church down. Oh. Oh, it's a full-on riot in London. There's a lot of stuff burning down. Well. Do I have anything... No, bird, please. Do I have anything to throw at them? I have poison. I'm gonna wait for that to dissipate.
Let's go! Fresh air! That's the lot of them. Let's get clear of this inferno!
I'm gonna take it this is the climax of this arc.
Ahead of you is a city from the roof. There's a new flotilla in the harbor.
The compass, bastard. If we commandeered the Springles at Avgosport, we could rain a cloud of arrows on the invaders.
I'd sooner take the flank and go around this army to the boats. If we cut the head off this beast, the Order's men will be easy to rout.
I want those Springles on our side. I will follow you, Stern.
Up on the ramparts. We'll redirect their fire.
Whatever happens, this ends tonight.
May God guide our swords and cover our backs.
Don't be reckless, little boys.
I'll see you when it's done, Erke. Count on it. Follow me to the plot table! They'll have no chance! The Springles are close! I'll crush you!
Yeah, so these ballista springled things. I've been wondering what these are for a long time. Because I always run past them. This is the market district. And this now clarifies that. I'm like, why are these here? They have to be for a story thing. They're very randomly placed. You, sir, were very rude. Eivor, stop getting stuck on this post, please.
Let's turn these Springles back on the compass.
Yeah, there's a lot of ships here, okay. Can I just... He is attacking from the Thames. Find and assassinate the compass. I'm just going out there, and I'm gonna find him and kill him. I'm done with these ballista things. Okay, there's more there. I'm gonna assume he's towards the back. That would be his safest spot. Yeah, he is. I see you! This was easy. I'm sorry, but yeah. That was a bit ridiculous in how easy that was. He even had like a little battle arena here. Look at this. They made a little arena for you to fight him in, and it was pretty pointless. I feel kind of bad that I didn't fight him in his little setup that he had.
Burning to ash what you cannot possess, that is a child's way out.
To hell with London. Boudica was right to burn it to the ground. It's a brick-and-mortar shithouse. So bright and beautiful, set aflame. Will you rule over these cinders now? Yoke its people to your whims and needs?
You do have power here. Power you have earned. I have finished my work in London. That is enough.
London is only a beginning. My order reaches further than your tiny boats can take you.
I've killed most of them, dude.
Never forget, Trigger, my old friend. A man at sea may have gold and glory, but he is always a slave to the churning tides. We are that tide.
Sure. Viceland. The keel has been unveiled. Yorm... Who? Who is this guy? Gorm Kjotvedsen. Magister Gorm the Keel. He grew up under the heel and shadow of Kjotve the Cruel. That's the guy we killed at the beginning of the game. His father passed down the rigor of the order and taught Gorm the lessons of a harsh love, pain, humiliation, and endurance. With the loss of his father, Gorm taught himself pitiless hatred. He is missing an eye, it looks like. Okay. Everyone is so happy.
There you are. The drinker we must thank for our good fortune.
How do I look? Half drowned and half burned?
Not half of either. And far better for the blood on your blade.
The compass is dead. London is yours to wreck or rebuild.
We will rebuild. We'll strengthen the walls, reunite families, and likely use less wood or stone.
Ill-timed, Erke. I'd like a quiet moment to pray.
We'll take it together.
Until our next meeting, I trust you will heed my call if I should send for you.
You came to London in search of a friend, Eivor. You found two.
Aye, Broga. And you deserve this. A silver ring for your raven perch. It was Trigger's before he gifted it to me. I say you've earned the right to wear it now.
I'm touched, Erki. I will carry it with pride.
Hey guys, we should probably put out the rest of the fires. No? Okay.
It seems the wind calls me back to Randvi. Let's tell her the good news.
All right. Well, that felt shorter than most of the other. That was about 2 hours, but an amount of that time was obviously us waiting around for the Leech mission to begin. So London was pretty short, in my opinion. It was good. I liked it. It didn't feel like it dragged on needlessly forever like a couple of the other story missions have felt, where it's like, yeah, the mission itself is great, but the pacing of it just feels really fluffed out pointlessly, so it lasts a while. This one felt really good. It was all to the point.
London is with us, and cleansed of the Order.
Good. Hytham will be pleased.
I should speak with Hytham.
Kiss her. Invite her to bed. I forgot that there was a romance situation going on with Randvi, which is funny because this is your brother's wife.
Should we take this to your chamber?
No need.
Oh god, they're doing it in here. They're gonna do it on the Alliance map. That was quite a strategic meeting we had just then.
I want to see the Alliance map.
Okay, right now we can do Snottingham or Shropshire. Shropshire. Let's do Shrop.
So Chaelbert has traveled to Shropshire.
Shirop.
He has, into a difficult situation. The Shire has been mired in a long war with Rodri, King of the Britons. Ceolbert hopes
King of the
to
Britons?
with the Britons of the West. A difficult task for one so green.
I hope you
We don't have a king.
Indeed. But I think it best if you supervise these talks. If Ceolbert can make this work, we will gain a valuable...
Oh, we're gonna see Chaelbert again.
I will make my way to Shropshire.
I am relieved. He and Ivar should be in Quatford just now. You will find it along the Eff and Hafun River.
If Ivar is with him, I will certainly be needed.
Right. So next, before anything else, we're gonna deliver that statue to Octavius before I forget.
I should speak with Hytham.
We'll talk to Hytham in a moment. I think I called Basim Basil earlier, or something like that. But he's off with Sigurd at the moment. Like, that's the thing. How you're seeing Ravensthorpe right now, this kind of look, the green and everything, this is kind of how it looks here right now. And it shouldn't look like this for another 2 months here, because it's supposed to be muddy and snowy still. So it's going from this to snow every day or two, and it's nuts. Octavius.
Octavian.
Octavian, not Tavius.
May interest you. Maximilian sends his regards. What? He gave this to you? That perfect little wretch. How did he bring himself to part with it? Ask no questions, hear no lies. I only hope you enjoy it, and that neither of us have to see that man again. Oh, thank you, Eivor. Thank you. Here you are. More relics for your collection. Let me see what you have. Wonderful. And here is something for you. I could use more artifacts like this. I will see you later, friend. Vale, Eivor.
Right, so the next quest we can do? War Weary. Ivor has arrived in Shropshire. I'm just going to call it, it's like Shropshire. I'm just going to call it Shropshire. Comes off the tongue better. With his men to pressure Rodri, king of the Britons, to come to the peace table. Bishop Dearloff labors to keep the peace talks on track. I might start that. I kind of want to do a random mission here in Raven. Oh, we're going to talk to Hytham first. That's what I was saying. It's like there's a random mission I want to do instead first, but... Here we go. Yo.
The Order has been purged from London. For now, they hold no power there.
That is good news. And I would celebrate, but for the fact that Jorvik now suffers from the same infestation.
Jorvik is a city under Norse control. I should have less problems finding allies there.
That is a hopeful way of seeing it. Speak to Ranvi when you wish to travel there. I have something here for you. Tidings that may displease you.
Tell me.
You remember Kjotve's son, Gorm? He has since taken his father's place in the Order.
Interesting. He's got him here in England. Is he another blotch on our list?
He is one of our targets, yes. But he is not in England. He is further west, in fact. A land called Vinland, discovered centuries ago by an Irish sailor called Brendan. The Order of the Ancients has some recent fascination with Vinland, but I cannot say what it might be.
Let me find out for you, after I silence Gotham.
Vinland is far away, according to my source. It may take weeks to find him after a long and perilous journey.
There's no danger that would cow me, Hytham. I will speak with Ranvi and arrange passage.
Was there something else?
Hytham, I have the codex pages you asked for. 6 in total.
Ah, wonderful. We have so little writing from the original Hidden Ones. This will grow our understanding immeasurably. These documents may have been inked by the founders of the Hidden Ones, in fact. But their names are unknown to us. Lost to history. A deliberate choice on their part, I think. I'm hoping these documents shed some light on that mystery.
I could not say. They're written in a language I do not understand.
You know, the black market merchant Reda has an old piece of writing from the same era as the codex pages you found. Speak with him if you are curious to see it.
Keep this. It serves your cause better than it does my pocket.
It gives me joy to take these from you. As a token of my deep gratitude, I want you to have this. There are more medallions to collect.
Here. This marks fewer members of the Order.
I think I'm just gonna dump all my Order medallions on him now.
The world is brighter for it. As a token of my deep gratitude, I want you to have...
I have a lot of them that I've just been holding on to this whole time.
Keep this. It serves your cause better than it does my pocket.
Another one. You are certainly proficient. As a token of my deep gratitude, I want you to have this. There is more to be done, Eivor.
Okay, so he's giving me a bunch of moves.
Here. This marks fewer members of the Order.
Ah, Good. I hope this one did not give you too much trouble. As a token of my deep gratitude, I want you to have this. Keep this up and the land will be free of these monsters.
I have to go.
Then go in peace.
Right, so Vinland in Norse mythology slash North American history is the land that the Nords landed at up in Canada. I believe Vinland is something they talked about a lot in like trading logs, I believe. And some mythos, but to my memory, Vinland is the area they tried to colonize in Canada. Alright, he said talk to Retta.
Always nice to see a friendly face. So if you see any about, send them my way.
Retta, Hytham says you have an old piece of writing from the early Hidden Ones.
Oh, that old scrap? Yes, it's just a short letter from one hidden one to another. One of my rarest artifacts.
How did it find its way to you?
A friend gave it to me for safekeeping. Bayek was his name. Egyptian fellow. Very kind. Haven't seen him in a long time. A very long time. Anyway, the letter is written in Demotic, so it may not mean much to you, but you're free to have a look.
I believe Bayek was the protagonist of Assassin's Creed Origins? I want to say that's what it is? Who he is?
Good to see you.
I have to go. See you soon.
So long.
Animus store. No, 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 no. Actually, yeah, what is this Animus store? Oh, so I'm guessing complete map pack. What does that mean? What does this mean? Adds a new map filter that reveals the locations of all unique gear, chests, abilities, territory artifacts, and opal ores. How about no? That's kind of like if you want to do a 100% run of this, I could see that being very useful, but that kind of makes exploring the map trivial and pointless. I spent weeks exploring this whole map to figure out where everything is, man. And you're telling me you can just buy that? That's kind of balls. That's not balls in like a weird jealousy way of like, oh, I wish I could do that. It's like balls in like the, well, no, that takes all the enjoyment of exploring the freaking game. The whole point of the game is to explore it, man. You're getting rid of the adventure. It's like playing Breath of the Wild and then paying money to find all of the Sheikah towers and the shrines. It's like that gets rid of the whole point of the open world, kinda. We're going to talk to Ranvi real quick about Vinland and see what she says, if she says anything about that, before we do the Cheer Up Shire stuff. Break up. I don't have a prompt for that. Let me
see the Alliance map.
Have you spoke with Hytham about Vinland?
Yeah.
I have.
Good. I have marked it on the map with a bit of guesswork as to its location. Let me know when you wish to leave.
Okay, Jorvik is now also accessible. I like that. Vinland is just down here on this other piece of map. I'm sorry to be immature about this, but this looks like a penis.
I have changed my mind.
I have changed my mind. I don't get why that was so dramatic.
I should go.
Yeah, we'll do Shropshire. After that, we'll probably do Vinland. We're gonna head to Quatford right now. We're not gonna do all of the mission in Shropshire unless it's really short, but we're gonna get started on it. Because I'm not done for today. I got another probably half-hour-ish amount in me for this. So let's see what we can get done here. So my Moskva camera, which is a 120 format film camera that I got a couple months ago, I've been testing it out. I think I need to either open it up and check on something inside of it in the shutter mechanism, or see if maybe just a few more tests might clear up some questions I have about it. Because right now there's a weird issue with some light leakage coming through from a part of it. Creates these red spheres, which I think is just the film going through a weird section of it that has a little bit of a light leak, so we'll see how that goes. I don't know. It's just something that I gotta do on my own soon. Oh, Ivar's back. Yeah, okay, we got these guys back from earlier in the game.
Are you training the boy or tormenting him?
One will lead to the other in time.
Eivor, well met. You received my message, and just in time. Our negotiations with the Britons have not yet begun.
I will be at your side when they do. Is there anything I should know first?
The venerable King Rodri is here. I am to deal with him directly.
Rodri is desperate for peace, ever since we captured his sniveling brother Goriad. Sounds like a man coughing up snot. Goriad ap Mervin.
Rodri waits at the church nearby.
Who speaks for Shropshire in these talks?
The last alderman was killed in battle. Bishop Deolarb is standing in.
Until we get this wet whelp installed. That is his father's wish.
I find the idea of leading a shire on my own quite terrifying.
It is a grave thing to be alderman in a time of war, Gelbert.
He will piss his pants first thing, that's for certain.
As future alderman, you should speak in the talks as well, but with humility. Rodri is a king, and will expect to be treated as one.
Rodri will want us to get down on our knees and snip the rosy wind blowing from his ass. I know the man.
You've met him?
Met him, fought him. He gave me this nick here. Maybe I can give him one back. Remind him some call me King Killer.
It may be you should stay behind, Ivar. That is not a recipe for a good parley.
I'd like you both to be there. To guide me, to judge my fitness.
Give us your word, then. Your blade stays in its sheath.
Eivor, don't make me laugh. We both know what my word is worth. But sure, I will let you do the talking. Probably.
Probably.
Excellent. Now, to the church, I think. Our guests await.
Yeah, Jailbird, if you want us to judge your fitness, you're kind of scrawny, man. You look like you should be playing Minecraft, not going to war with people. The Book of Dragons. I like that chapter name.
It's not far, just across the village. We've been at war with the Britons for coming on 2 years.
The Britons had the best of it. Tell me and my berserkers plowed through their ranks and chased Rodri's brother into a ditch.
That's why Rodri's talking peace now. It's thanks to Ivar.
I am going to enjoy seeing him squeal, the old oak. Not nearly as much as taking him down, though. That would seal my legacy.
Your legacy?
As King Killer. They do not all get away like Borgred did, Wolf-Kissed.
Keep the peace, Ivar.
What has become of your freening brother?
Oh, my brother. We parted. This road is unsure.
He's become an egotistical megalomaniac. He thinks he's a god. We going, Sheobert? Okay. He was having a moment.
Our Bishop Deolav and King Rodri are ensconced in the church ahead.
These houses of Christ, they are all so hard and cold.
Yet within is warmth. The Christian God unites King Rodri, Bishop Deolav, and myself. On his ground, peace will be made.
Britain!
Captain Anil, explain to the good bishop our position.
Yes, my sovereign. Bishop Deolav. We are deaf to offers of peace until Guriad is returned to us.
The king's brother.
The king's brother is a moldering sack of cow dung. You, I know your face, your stench. Ivar, the one they call boneless. Did I not gift you that scar myself? Ah, you did. And I mean to gift you a gash, you reeking piss pot in your fat fucking skull.
Hold, both of you.
Rodri should speak with Jailbird. Ivar's right to challenge you. We are here for peace.
Now is not the time for keeping grudges. We're here to smooth the path to peace.
Peace, peace, peace. Not with this bag of Britain slop. On that, we are agreed.
Now, calm everyone. Good faith is all I ask.
You know my demands. Until my brother Gwiriad walks free, peace between us is impossible.
He is lucky he can walk at all. Fell on his own blade, fleeing from us.
I will soon help you fall on yours.
Husband, keep your head. It is in our interest to find a way to peace, all of us.
First, my brother.
First, your head on a pike. Then the run goes free.
Husband, no!
Enough! This is a house of God. Let us take some few minutes to gather ourselves, shall we? Eivor, to me, I do not know you well, but Jailbert believes you a steady head. We need such a one.
It may be too late. I see the crows of war gathering.
I have a hefty sum of silver. Speak to the people here. If the silver will help one bring us toward peace, offer it to them.
Yeah, just bribe people to not kill each other. 650, that's a pretty alright amount.
You are wasting time!
Ivar,
Lock the doors, murder that sweating pig, and have done with it.
if I could find you silver, would that quell your bitterness while we seek peace?
Peace? Is that what you think is going to happen here? I told you, I know this bastard.
Will silver quiet you?
It may not. I would have to see the silver in my hands to know for sure.
If there's any silver to be had, I will think about it.
You do that.
You are wasting time!
I don't take... I think this is just supposed to be some sort of guessing game of sorts. I don't take Ivar to be someone who would be bribed. He's too chaotic for that. Like, I could bribe him, but that doesn't mean it's going to stop him. Let me talk with the king.
King Rodri,
What is it, Dane?
I wish to help you to peace.
I will not talk of peace until my brother Gwiriad is returned to me.
If you first agree to peace, he will be returned. Would a sum of silver help overleap this difficulty?
I cannot be purchased with looted silver, Dane. Stand away.
Okay, so he's not going to do anything.
Talk. All we do is talk.
You are with Rodri, yes? One of his advisors.
I am that. Anir Abkadvarch by name. Address me proper.
Tell me,
Are you Welsh?
soldier, do you hold sway with your king?
He consults me for his every decision. If I push for war, he will agree. If I argue for peace, he will follow.
Peace is our desired end. Is there a chance that some silver might lead you to counsel your king in the same direction?
A sack of silver? For me? Yes, I might amend my advice to Rodri for a tidy sum of shining metal. Yes.
I don't trust this
You are
guy.
a wise warrior. Perhaps the silver will come available.
And you, go and take a shit and let me know how it turns out.
We should
settle this with blood, not pretty words.
Lady, let us get past the anger and find our way to an agreement. What is your husband's greatest concern?
The royal treasury has been depleted by the war. This brings immense strain to Rodri and his every decision.
If I could provide a boon of silver, would that guide your husband away from war?
A replenished treasury would certainly help my husband come to peace.
If such a boon comes, I will consider your words.
Whoa, 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 dude. Dude, chill. Ivor, relax. The thing is, I want to do this right, so I'm looking this up. I'm not going to just bet on this and just hope everything turns out all right. I want to see what happens per person because this is a one-time thing. Yeah. As I assumed, you think giving the money to Ivar would help things? No. If you give it to him, he still kills people. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of options here. Here's the funniest thing. There's no winning condition with the silver now. Now that I read all of this, there's no winning condition with the silver if you give it to anybody. Yeah, that's kind of nuts. Yeah, there's no win with the silver. There just isn't. That's okay. That makes that easy for me, but I'm just more shocked that this illusion of choice in dialogue is fake. Wow. I don't know how I feel about that in a gameplay aspect. If you give it to... Alright, so here's the breakdown. If you give it to this guy, no matter what in this situation, Ivar is going to start a fight. So if I give it to this guy, he's just going to run away with it and steal it. And if you go and kill him, you won't get the silver back regardless. If you give it to the king's wife, you'll get a brooch later on, but it's worth less than the silver you give her. And if you give it to his the king's brother, who's right here, he gets killed regardless, and you can just take the money back off of him as well. If you give it to Ivar, he just takes it and starts the fight anyway. So no matter what, if you give the silver to anybody, except if you give it to anybody, it's not worth it. You either lose it or you get it back.
Eivor, my friend.
I asked around, as you suggested.
Have you come to a decision? To whom have you given this silver?
Your silver is in the hands of one who...
So we're just keeping it.
Now pray to your God it does some good.
Rodri, I see you mocking me. I challenge you. Single
Ivar,
combat
no.
now.
Boneless Ivar. Spineless, toothless, gutless.
Yeah, this is a complete illusion of choice of politics or anything. No matter what, Ivar does this.
Does your destiny guard him?
Guriad!
By God Almighty, I'll... Get him to safety. Go, quickly.
Kill the boneless one. Paint this chapel with his blood.
Great job, Ivar.
What have you done?
I'm kind of glad now that I looked that up so I don't waste any time with the silver.
Vikinger diplomacy. Show the fuckers who the real warriors are.
Eva, you have scuppered the peace.
Do not be fooled by peace, boy. It is just an empty voice between axe blows.
Dear Lord, this is a massacre. We have no choice now but to fight our way out of this.
Ah, a good test for you, boy.
Lord, forgive us.
Stay close, Jailbert. You watch my back, and I will pull the knives from yours.
Dear Lord. Stay here, where it's safest, Bishop.
I like the bishop just being totally shocked by all this and praying to God, and Ivor's just like, we're gonna go kill more of them! Alright. Here we go. Ooh, yeah, big fight. There are so many corpses here, which means so many weapons for me to throw. Is that it? Am I supposed to follow somebody? Where am I supposed to go? Oh, I am supposed to kill all of these guys. Okay. I'm just letting the poison do its work. I can't see anything because of the poison fog I let down.
What carnage. We must let Bishop Dale know that the battle is done.
That fight was alright, but it felt really weird because it's just a ton of people in a small spot. Right. Well, let's see what happens now after that diplomacy.
Brother, you beast! Our one chance at peace is lost. Peace with Rodri is as likely as you dying a virgin, Bishop. It won't happen. He is too canny, too vile.
What's done is done. We must plan our next moves before the Britons regroup.
They will retreat to their great castle for certain. It's well nigh impregnable.
Then we starve them out. Attack their supplies. Watch them beg for death.
Dear God. More death, more war, endless refugees.
This is our only way forward, dear love. You know the territory best. How can we hurt them?
Well, for food and supplies, they stockpile cargo at Wenlocan outpost, down south of Quatford.
I came across Wenlocan earlier. I've taken that cargo already.
Oh, probably at some point in my adventures, I guess.
Has another secret supply line. Ask among the refugees near the river, those who have fled from occupied villages.
Rodri's Britons will strike back long before we can.
Indeed. They will send Anir and his soldiers. They train in Wesbury, west of the ruined tower.
You do not need me to hold your hand, Eivor. I will head to Wesbury. Scout around.
I know your method of scouting. It always leads to swordplay.
I am as regular as Tidewater.
I kind of like that saying. I am as regular as Tidewater.
Westbury, then. Once I've done some damage. Until then.
Yeah, I like Ivor as a character. He's one of the most memorable and fun ones in this game. But man, he really didn't need to let shit hit the fan there.
That's done. Now to track down their supply line. We'll drag Rodri back to the peace table soon enough.
So there's supposed to be one just down here? It's not too far away.
Friend or foe? Friends. Peace. I was told you might know where the Britons bring in their supplies.
Are we your friends, Dane?
I would have it so.
After years of blood and gore, looting and burning, forgive us if we don't trust a Dane.
Right. After this cutscene, I'm probably going to call it for the day, because it is time for me to do some other things that I have to do.
In Rodri, we share a common enemy. My only wish is to destroy his supply line and bring him to the table, begging for a truce. Once we have peace, you and your kin will no longer walk this land in wretchedness.
What you say is good sense. Very well, Dane. Here's what I know. The Britons move their goods through Dustin Quarry. See that tower to the south? That's the Hillgate remnants. Further on, you'll find the stone quarry.
The quarry south of the tower. Thor must smile on me today. I have already destroyed the supplies there. Thank you for your time. There we are. The quarry and Wenlocan both done. That should shake Rodri to his senses.
This is hilarious because of my conquest on my own through this map, like, this was where we were supposed to go, like Wenlocan Abbey, I believe. Because I've already gone around this map and gathered all the wealth and fought all these different fortresses randomly on my own personal time, this is amazing for me because it's affecting the main storyline now and speeding it up. The only reason we had to go talk to this guy was to get the cutscene. Yeah, quest completed, supply line. It's already done. All we had to do was trigger the cutscene for the game to progress forward. That is amazing. Next quest, Bloody Path to Peace. So where are we going for this? Westbury is along the road west of the Hillgate remnants. Ivor is waiting near the northern west entrance to Westbury. Where's Westbury? There's Wenloken. Westbury's to the south, I thought they said. There's the Hillgate remnants. Sabrina Spring. Cragstone. Westbury. Right, this place. This place has a lot of guards. Let's go to the Rockin'. We're going to talk to Ivor, and I think that might be the last thing I do for the day. But yeah, that's amazing to me. Just the fact that stuff that I've just done on my own just actively affects the main story campaign is pretty cool. And it's nice that whatever I did in the past, weeks, months ago, whenever, I don't have to do it again. You feel like you're actually doing things in this world, and that's great. Running around having an adventure out here on your own is not a bad thing. It's not counterproductive to the game at all, which is very good positive reinforcement of doing your own stuff in the game on your own time, not in the main story.
Smell that, jailbird?
I think so.
I hope you work.
Oh no. The air smells.
Oh, you guys are right here. That was convenient.
Ivor, Jailbert.
Hey, Eivor. I was telling the Aetherling here that Thor is with us this day. Our victory is assured.
So, what is your plan?
That bastard Anir commands this hamlet. So let us show these folks what happens when a village bows to the Britons. Smash it to kindling, burn it to ashes, and cut Anir's tender throat. Right, my boy?
I hope to fight well, not cruelly. The cutting of throats I leave to you.
Flames and smoke will warm Rodri's desire for peace. Anir is a lesser concern.
Peace is for suckling babes, but as you like. Oh, my blood runs hot. Let us rush in now and leave a trail of bloody kindling.
A stealthy approach might earn us more time.
Ah, I prefer sound and fury. But do as you must.
Bloody kindling it is. We will smash this place.
Yeah, I'd rather do just straight up fighting instead of sneaking around.
Let the Saxon villages flee, Ivar. Only the Britons.
Where's Ivar's brother anyway in all this?
Thor thunders beside us!
I get the vague feeling that something bad's gonna happen to Ivar by the end of this story campaign. I don't know why, just kinda do. Okay, we have to burn down the town. Sounds easy enough.
Light it up and burn it down! Burn it all down!
Okay, you know, Jailbird actually has a huge longsword. I never realized that was his main weapon. I just took the fire off this body and used it to burn down the house. That's great. Okay, so how many... Clear out the remaining soldiers. Who else do we have? Because I don't really... There's a guy up there, but... There doesn't seem to be many left. Ah, there's a couple. They're all spread out around the map. Okay, so Ynir should be over here in this new group that showed up. Out here on the edge of town. Yeah, the poison should take care of him. Yeah, Ynir... That was a very... If that was supposed to be a boss of some type, that was super easy. Now we gotta chase after Ivar, who's running away. Where are you going, dude? Oh, he had to stand in this spot to look proud. Ready for me to talk to him. Okay, dude.
Eivor! Did you see Jailbird fight? He is all balls now.
I give thanks for victory and ask penance for taking lives.
Ah, Jailbird, your god bores me to death. Have a laugh. We won!
And I took no pleasure in it, Ivar.
Eivor and I were made for this, my boy. The song of swords, the blood mist, the bone crunch and baring of teeth.
Is this enough blood paid, Ivar? We've spilled enough to slake the thirst of Benedict.
Why stop there?
Jailbird, I would know your mind on all this. Are you satisfied with our victory?
I believe I am. I'll need word from Rodri as soon as possible. What does he intend?
He will see the flames. He will know Westbury has been destroyed.
The bleeding pus pit claims only a dragon can defeat him. We will soon put that to the test.
It is peace we want, Ivar, not revenge. If you cannot accept that, return to Repton now.
You do not know Rodri as I do, Eivor. You do not know what a slippery, lying shit he can be.
Enough talk of killing. I need a moment of calm.
You need me.
No, Ivar. True calm. A walk in the woods to clear the air. Or fishing. Would you go fishing with me?
Fishing, huh? Looking for a warm puddle to dangle your worm in?
I saw a small pond nearby.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Will you come?
We can all take a moment to allow our blood to cool.
Yeah.
Just up here.
I have no fondness for fishing. Where is the
Well, we're going fishing, Avar. We've caused havoc here. Chaelbert needs some calm. We all need a little bit of some peace of mind. We're going fishing. We're gonna go fishing right outside the town we burned down.
I'll have relishes nettle soup cooked with eels fresh from the water.
I will not fish. You go ahead.
Oh man, I gotta catch eels? Alright. Can I not just... Yeah, I can do this. I can see the eels.
Is that how Danes fish?
Yes. This is actually how I know how to fish in this game.
Another eel. Almost enough for a hearty soup.
Just a regular fish.
That's enough for now. Bishop Daelaf will be pleased. Let's go tell Ivar about our catch.
Just a regular fish. Just a regular fish.
Just a regular fish.
Just a regular fish. Just a regular fish.
Oh, he's waiting down here.
Just a regular fish.
I'm mildly worried about Eivor for just constantly saying that. That's a really weird thing to say, even given the context.
Just a regular fish.
And a bird.
Just a regular fish.
That took longer than clearing this village.
We caught some eel for a feast. The bishop should be pleased.
The simple fellow comes now.
Ah, a strange way to celebrate victory. But then again, our Christ was a fisher of souls, was he not?
Bishop, greetings. We've the makings for a delicious soup.
I'm grateful, Chaelbert, but my heart is heavy. So many homes burnt. Will be years rebuilding.
You should have seen.
I love how this started with my neighbor's dogs barking outside, and now at the very end they come back outside again and I can hear them barking again.
I have sent word to the Britons. I pray King Rodri will again be open to peace, in spite of his brother's murder.
It worked in our favor.
It'll be fine.
Britons begging for mercy like whiny pups.
Chaelbert's a good kid, honestly. He's just like, he doesn't get super angry with Ivor or anything. And at this point, he's just like, you know, Ivor's upset. I'm going to give him a pig. Just like, he's going to roast him a feast. It's just like the guy seems to have a good, positive attitude about things.
I loathe waiting.
It is all in God's hands. We can but pray and give thanks for this moment of rest.
The Britons have come!
The Britons are coming.
This way, by the great oak!
Oh, is this the climax? Oh, did I just do all the Shropshire stuff by accident?
He went hunting. For wild boar, he said.
That was quite some time ago, no?
We cannot wait. We should settle the peace now.
Settle the peace. I think we're at the climax, maybe. Okay, it's his wife.
Lady Angharad, greetings.
We come to speak of peace.
We are gladdened to hear it. But where is your great king?
He stays at the castle at my behest. I feared his presence would inflame the cutthroat Ivar.
We have confined our cutthroat to his tent.
Both of us fretting over our war-hungry companions. It seems we are of the same mind.
A surplus of caution never did any harm. I count this as a blessing.
Perhaps then at long last we can end this war. Our peoples have suffered enough.
And your proposal?
We shall withdraw all our soldiers to the time-honored border of our lands. We ask only that you give us some days to collect our furnishings and leave Cowstone Castle. In return, you pledge to end all hostilities as of this moment.
These terms are generous. We have a truce.
Truly.
Praise be, this is well and quickly done. God go with you and your king, Lady Angharad.
I salute you all. You waged a good war. Let us now wage a lasting peace.
I stand bewildered, Eivor. In the blink of an eye, years of blood and sweat are put to an end.
You have walked a difficult road, Bishop.
Chaelbert must learn the good news. Will you tell him when you see him?
I'll find him now.
Okay, I think... What time is it? That's my thing. It's like, oh man, I'm 20 minutes over. Right. I think we're going to continue this next time. I'm not sure if we're at the end of the Shropshire missions or not. But we made a lot of progress today. We did all of London. I don't know how far we've gotten into Shropshire, but I think we got modestly far-ish into it in some regard. And we'll continue next time with more of the Shropshire, and probably, I want to say we'll probably do Jorvik. It'll be a throw-up between Snottingham and Jorvik. I'm kind of leaning more towards Jorvik to keep doing kind of what we did with London, where we take out a lot of the Templars. Oh, and Vinland. I completely forgot about the Vinland stuff. We might do that instead. There's a lot of things on the table now for us to do, with London done, and Shropshire somewhere in the middle of progress. But in any case, thank you for watching. We'll continue next time, and have a good night.